If you've driven up or down Oak Park Avenue lately, then you've probably noticed locals gathering for frequent village events. On Saturday, June 14th, Tinley Park residents and friends gathered for the weekly Music in the Plaza. Spectators were entertained by two bands, the first a Motown band, Keobasi, and the second a string band. However, on this particular Saturday, the art didn't end on a music note, because the people of the plaza also had a chance to meet and greet the creators of the themed benches all down Oak Park Avenue. If you couldn't make it to the event, here is a little information about the artists and their work.
Hi, I'm Julie Decker, and I'm actually the gallery director at the Vogt Visual Arts Center. And this is my husband, Kurt.
Hello.
And he is a huge volunteer at the Vogt Visual Arts Center. Our partners, Beth Koff and her husband, Ron, are not here tonight. They're out of town, actually, but Beth is the director of Garden Gallery. So a couple of artists just had to get together and see what we could do. So.
And the Vogt Visual Arts Center is part of the Tinley Park District. And the Garden Gallery is a separate entity.
It's part of Garden Center Services.
Yeah.
They work with disabled adults.
So a little bit about myself. I graduated from the Art Institute about 4 years ago, and I'm currently working as an art teacher and an artist.
And I'm a retired mathematics teacher over at Carl Sandburg in Orland Park. And we got together as a team only because it's my daughter, it's father-daughter project together, so this is her second year, actually.
And yeah, we were kind of able to combine our strengths together because he's got the more mathematical brain and I've got the more artistic brain, so we collaborated together.
My name is Shannon Zozaski, and I'm an art teacher at Flossmoor Hills Elementary School, and I teach kindergarten through 5th grade. And this year was our first endeavor with creating one of the benches. And I actually had my 4th and 5th grade gifted art create a design for the theme for the games, and this design came from a 4th grade student. His name is Bolden, and it won with our students. They all voted which one they liked the best, and this was chosen. And we were really pleased to have it to be able to create the bench.
Well, I'm Garrett Gray.
I'm Phil Girk, and I do a lot of the woodwork on this.
And we've been a team for about 4 years now. This is our 5th bench in 4 years. And as Phil said, he does a lot of the woodworking. I do a lot of the detail painting. And then there's a lot of overlapping in some of our skills, like the mass painting, the design. So a lot of that work we do collaboratively.
A little bit about me. I am a student at the Illinois Institute of Art. I'm going for interior design. I probably have about a year left, and we actually had a team from the school of instructors and students that worked on this bench. So.
Well, it's probably the most iconic game from my generation. It was the first video game that I grew up on, and I just felt like a lot of people could identify with it and relate to it. And it's funny, most people, when they see it, they start like humming the theme song and stuff, so it seems to resonate with people.
As a child, this was one of my favorite games to play, and it's very unique and modern. So, and it like a lot of kids I used to talk to, like younger but newer generation, they really love Kidoo.
My first bench was Ring Around the Rosie, dedicated to my mom. Her name's Rose. So in our family, my grandma was Rose, Jada Rose, and basically to bring back the old time games. You don't see kids jump roading, Ring Around the Rosie, and everything's electronics now. So just bringing the old school back. Simple. With the Ring Around the Rosie on the back, I put the It's a sing-along game, but on the back, we all fall down, and then we all get back up after that. So just kind of whether it's baseball or whatever. And then this one, my 14-year-old son came up with the idea, Battleship. So wasn't sure. I'm more Ring Around the Rosie, happy, array of color. And so I wasn't sure like how I wanted to go about it, but then it was like whatever you're battling in life, whether it's breast cancer, stress, overweight, just battle.
The Let's Play Minecraft bench was actually my kids' idea. They play this all the time, so I hear them talk about it all the time, and I wanted to do something that I knew kids would love. So I did this so that kids would love this, would love to come and get their pictures taken and look at it, climb on it, that kind of thing. Hungry Hungry Hippos was a game that I played as a kid. My mom hated it because the marbles made so much noise, but we loved it. It was just something fun. So it was something from my childhood that I wanted to create. The Checkmate is a chess bench. I just wanted to do something somewhat classic, a classic game that's been around for a really long time, and just kind of have a little bit of fun with it and not so serious, so I added some color and tried to make it more unique.
Angry Birds, I know my grandkids are into, and so I thought, well, that's something unusual, other than a board game. So I decided I would try to do that. Duck Duck Goose, I thought was kind of an old-fashioned thing where I could involve cartoons, being that would relate. Little kids would relate more to that than other games. And then Jumanji. I thought it was kind of interesting because it was so impractical, right, as far as having animals come through a game and ruin a house, and the only way they could be stopped is if the game was finished. So I decided to try to do something like that.
His pieces right here actually buzz, and his nose lights up. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know if it's doing it right now, but his nose does light up also.
Well, I guess it would be the characters themselves. That's the key. And like Garrett said, the colors. And kids seem to be drawn to it. In particular, Batman.
Right, and for the older people,
And John Wayne's on the back.
And in a week, we'll have QR codes on each of the colors represents a category. Pink is entertainment, history's yellow, etc. We have 6 family members who are doing voice work to give you a trivia question. If you scan the QR code with your cell phone, your smartphone, you can play Trivial Pursuits. It's going to be interactive. It'll be up in a week from now.
We basically decided, because I saw that someone else is doing Mario, so I'm like, hey, I can do something else from Nintendo, which is Pokemon. But I haven't been really watching Pokemon, so I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and use our generation that we grew up with. So we decided to basically use the first Pokemon movie with Mewtwo in it, and we got 3 of our other friends, Lauren Gasick, Asia Dye, and James Bowen, and basically we all agreed to, once we drew out the Pokemon, we went ahead and got them cut out, and we all painted them individually, brought them back together. From there, I went ahead and painted the bench and stuck everything together with glue, and that's pretty much how we brought the whole part of this together.
Well, actually, Tinley Park supplies the bare bench, and from there you can add on. You can go high, wide, whatever you want. So it's imagination, and the construction is simply plywood.
And the time frame is it takes us 2 months to get one bench from start to finish, and as Phil mentioned, it's a prefabricated bench, but there's a lot of work, and his woodworking skills are excellent. It helps bring this art to life to something more than just a bench. And there's a lot of measuring and precision in that, and without that, we wouldn't meet our deadline. So there's a lot of intricacies that go on, a lot of problem solving. And in the end, it seems to work out, and people have enjoyed it, so we've been doing something right.
Everything on here I fabricated myself. We cut out all the wood. These are actually sewer pipes right here that we cut in half to make the green pipes, and yeah, it took a while. Every night and weekend for about a month and a half. So.
Oh, I think it's amazing, and we're just honored to be able to participate with it. And it's such a great way to bring the community out, and especially to send the message to my students that art exists beyond the classroom. It exists everywhere. And yeah, it's a great program.
It's exciting and it's challenging because every year is different, because the theme is different for one. And you have to come up with ideas that are creative and you really haven't used before. So sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work.
This program is special to me. I've been doing this for 9 years. I have an art degree, but I don't use it. So this is the one time a year that I can actually come out and do something that people see and they can appreciate, and I get the reward of seeing so many people out on the streets, sitting on the benches, taking pictures and enjoying it.
Well, I think everybody who is interested should give it a shot. You know, there are always people, all of us that have done more than one bench are always willing to help, you know, those people who are doing it for the first time, you know, so that they feel that success. And most of the time, people who do it for one time will do it again, you know, because they get a lot of, you know, good feelings from it.
You can do anything you set your mind to do, and this is something fun. So if you have any artistic leanings, the brochure or the invite for artists comes out in late fall, early winter each year. Please pick one up and do a design and submit it, and honestly see where it takes you, because if you get accepted, then you have to create that design and you'll find out you can do something that you didn't think you could do in the first place. You'll stretch yourself, you'll grow, you will achieve.
If you haven't seen these benches yet, make sure you take a walk down Oak Park Avenue. For more information about Village events, please visit www.tinleypark.org. I'm Michelle Kristeniak, and you're watching Tinley Park TV.